Guess what? Friendly greetings, it's Torley again. I'm going to show you in this video Michael Norris, the genius, I don't use that lightly, his SoundMagic Spectral, only for Macintosh. So if you have a Windows system, you're going to have to find another way to use this. In short, if you're wondering what the heck is all this about, what's up with that word spectral? Well, it's a lovely and free way consisting of all these plugins to really make sounds weird or glitched, bizarre, to get otherworldly timbres and soundscapes. I'm going to show you a bit more in a bit. They don't have a, let me flip over to Ableton right now actually. So I'm going to play a loop from my track called Owly Eyes, which is on the Dream Journal. And I'm going to show you how each one of these, they're just on the left, as you can see. It's easy as drag and drop and tweak some sliders. What I was saying before I interrupted myself, is that they don't have a formal GUI or graphic user interface per se. If someone was going to, Michael or someone else was going to, with his blessing of course, repackage these, it would be neat to have them in one super combo, one that you could chain them internally perhaps and have a prettier outlook. But as it stands in Ableton, you can very easily, just like with other plugins, you can click configure. And for instance, I could just click on this delay here. There we go. And it gets added right here. And now I can set it to MIDI learn, which means if I have something like this, and I can tweak it live. So let me just right click this and edit the MIDI map, MIDI, and twist this so it learns it. Yes, 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 you're educated. And now, notice when I move this cool way. We won't do this for everyone, but I'm showing this as a quick example, which you can repeat and build on if you're using this with Ableton for live performance. Like so. Let's go on to the next one. We're going to play a little bit with each one so you have some idea of the sound. Of course, download them, try them out. They're free and they're delightfully so for such experimental, wonderful things. On to the comb filter bank. Oh, that's bizarre. Goodness gracious. Be careful with some of them. They can produce extreme effects. But point of this, I don't understand all of these. I haven't even played with all of them. Granular grain streamers, granular synthesis. You chop up an audio stream to little bits and pieces and you swish them around like a bucket of sand, different colored sand. So it's very different things that go towards entropy, as there were. It's like a catchphrase for me too. It's a cool way to add spice to something which may otherwise be sort of generic. Let's see, what does this do? Scrubby. In some cases, you may want to record or sample the output so you don't have to deal with any potential complications that come out of sort of the chaos of this. That's part of it. Sometimes you got to be there to capture the idea. You cannot control the idea, but you can record it and later shape it. It's very bell tone like that one. Mr. Filter Bank, that's got a cool name. I can tell this is used to generate ambient textures. Perhaps like swoosh noises. You can turn a whole track into a swoosh noise. I just get this image of Micro Norris as a mad scientist of some sort. What it takes that to come up, but if you look at his picture, he looks pretty jovial. I went to his website and I was like, hey, friendly guy. Very, very cool what he's done contributing this. Really like it. Well, like I said, if someone were to graft a GUI, that almost sounds like a disturbed version of someone's in a club next door and there's music playing. You're like, keep it down, but in a distorted way. Whoa, that's spaced out there. Oh, that's crazy. These things are gateways to forbidden passages. Like I said, I haven't sorted out through all the fine differences, but playing through even just having fun with the sliders, think of it when you were a kid and you had your busy box and you're like, wow, poof, poof, and the clown pops out of one and there's colors bleeping another. Keeps you stimulated, man, or woman, or otherwise. That almost sound like some sort of StarCraft sound, like the Protoss voices or something. You know what I mean? Wings for Liberty coming out soon. It does impose some latency, I believe, due to this window for the fast Fourier transforms. It's like you could chuck anything in there and make something cool. It would be cool if they had presets that came with them too, but it's like one of those horror movies where something's rushing up to a big. You would accompany this with a big string sting. Yeah, mirror scare like that. I don't have a mirror in here for obvious reasons. I like how I make that cloud make that crunchy. I bet if you threw even a raw drum loop, that'd be neat. That's loopy. That go through pitch shifting. Maybe I can just drag something on top of it, or I forgot it doesn't work that way. Oh yeah, you can chain them if you want. Yeah, Let's see. So not really a naturalistic kind of one, more of a special effect for pitch shifting. Like a record stopping effect. That would be. You can imagine me just behind the scenes here having fun and playing with, it's what it's like. It's really an audio laboratory. When I receive feedback, I have an idea it's going to do that. That sounds like bad MP3 encoding. It's like, you ever play an MP3 that had one part that was not correctly encoded and it squelches like that and hurts your ears? It's kind of minimal techno. It's totally hot and out there. Okay. Exactly. Yeah, that would be good for live users. That's what I think, that although in the olden days when we had computers that couldn't do this real time, you'd have to render the result. But now, like I was showing you before, you can assign knobs, sliders, whatever, and just have some fun, knock yourself out. So these are the Spectral SoundMagic for Mac OS X by Michael Norris, who is a genius. Check it out at that URL there. Go ahead. And if you do something cool with it, I haven't read yet what his policy is, but I hope you would enjoy it. I know I would enjoy listening to it. Yeah, and so it's in beta. Don't expect everything to work perfectly, but expect to have some fun.